Money is not a stranger to you. It is not far away, nor is it a mystery. Money is energy, a living current that responds to the call of your voice. When you speak to it, when you claim it as yours, it comes nearer, just as you would call a dear friend. You may call your money by name, and it will answer. Words are the carriers of power. Every word you speak is a seed planted in the invisible, and money is drawn to the words that affirm its presence. When you say, "Money, you belong to me. Money, you are here now. Money, you come in abundance," you are declaring to the universe that wealth is not withheld, it is summoned. Do not speak of lack, for lack is only an illusion created by fear. Instead, call your money as though it is already yours. Speak to it with respect and gratitude. When you honor money with your words, you show the universe that you are ready to receive it. Call it with joy, not desperation, with confidence, not doubt. Money does not come to the one who chases it in fear, but to the one who calls it with faith. Money, like all things, is obedient to the law of faith and imagination. When you name it, when you give it identity, you strengthen the bond between you and abundance. Imagine it walking through the door, resting in your hands, filling your accounts. Speak to it as if it is present, because in the unseen, it already is. Each time you call it, you are building a bridge between the invisible supply and the visible form. Be consistent in your call. Each morning, each evening, let your words ring with authority. Money, you are here. Money, you serve my divine purpose. Money, you come in ever-increasing measure. Your repetition engraves the truth into your spirit, and soon the outer world reflects what you have declared. Remember, money is not your master. It is your servant. You do not bow to it. It answers to you. Call it by name and command it to go where it is needed. Let it bless your life, your family, your purpose, and your world. For money is not scarce, it is abundant. It is waiting for your voice to summon it. So, call your money by name. Call it with faith. Call it with joy. Call it with certainty. And as you do, it will come, not slowly but swiftly, not in trickles, but in streams. For your word is law, and your call is answered. Money is not a cold piece of paper, nor is it just a coin or a number in a bank account. It is energy, alive, vibrant, and responsive. Everything in this universe is vibration, and money is no different. It listens to the tone of your heart and the words you speak. If you see money only as material, you limit it, but when you recognize it as energy, you realize it can flow in countless ways, through opportunities, ideas, unexpected gifts, and channels beyond your imagination. Energy cannot be destroyed, only redirected, and so it is with money. When you align yourself with the vibration of abundance, money naturally finds its way to you. It flows where it is welcomed, where it is honored, and where it is recognized as a friend. To call your money by name is to treat it as living energy that responds to your intention, not as a lifeless object to be chased. When you speak to it, when you acknowledge it, you are tuning yourself to its frequency, and it begins to flow toward you with ease. Words are the invisible keys that unlock the doors of life. Every word carries a vibration, and money responds to that vibration as surely as an echo answers a sound. When you speak of wealth with love, confidence, and certainty, you set in motion unseen forces that draw abundance into your experience. But when you speak of money with fear, resentment, or doubt, you push it farther away. Your words are never idle. They are commands to the universe. If you continually say, "I never have enough," then the law obeys your words and you experience lack. But if you declare, "Money flows to me in perfect ways, I always have more than enough," then the law obeys that too. Your speech must match your desire. It must be filled with life, not with complaint. When you call your money by name, you are choosing words that affirm its reality. You are giving life to the very substance of prosperity. Money listens to the sound of your voice, and it hurries to the one who calls it with faith and joy. To bring money close, you must make your relationship with it personal. Just as you give a name to those you love, calling them draws them nearer, so it is with money. When you give money an identity and speak to it as though it is a companion, you remove the feeling of distance and separation. You no longer see it as something out there, far away, difficult to reach. You see it as present, near, and familiar. To personalize abundance is to treat money not as a stranger, but as a trusted friend who gladly visits when invited. By calling your money by name, you give it warmth, you create intimacy, and you open the door for it to stay. This act of naming turns an abstract desire into a living reality. It transforms your consciousness from wanting to having, from hoping to knowing. As you call your money with love and certainty, you are affirming that it already belongs to you, and in doing so, you magnetize it into your life with greater ease. Money, like every blessing in life, responds to respect and gratitude. When you treat it carelessly, speak of it with disdain, or complain about what you lack, you shut the door to its generous flow. But when you call it with reverence, when you thank it for the ways it serves you, you multiply its presence. Gratitude is the magnet that pulls more into your hands. Just as a guest loves to return where they are honored, money gladly visits the heart that appreciates it. Even the smallest coin deserves acknowledgement, for in blessing it you bless the greater sums that are already on their way. To respect money is not to worship it, but to recognize it as a divine channel of supply, a tool meant to enrich your life and the lives of others. As you call your money by name, let your words be filled with thanksgiving, for the spirit of gratitude transforms every call into a powerful summons that cannot be ignored. Fear is the voice that whispers, "What if it doesn't come? What if there is not enough?" But faith speaks with certainty. "It is mine, it is here, it cannot fail." When you call your money by name, you must do so in faith, not in trembling or doubt. For money responds to the confidence of your command, not the anxiety of your need. Fear creates a wall, a barrier that blocks the flow of supply, but faith dissolves every obstacle. When you speak to money as if it has already arrived, you affirm the truth that abundance is yours by divine right. You need not chase after it with worry or plead for it in desperation. Instead, you stand firm, knowing that your call is heard and answered. Faith gives life to your words. It charges them with power, and it draws money to you in perfect timing and perfect measure. Fear shrinks your vision, but faith expands it until you see yourself already living in the fullness of supply. When you call your money by name, you are not only speaking words, you are aligning yourself with the vibration of prosperity itself. Abundance is not something outside of you. It is a state of harmony between your thoughts, your words, and your spirit. The universe is orderly, and it responds to order within you. When your mind says, "I desire wealth," but your words declare, "I cannot afford it," you are divided, and a divided house cannot stand. Alignment comes when every part of you agrees. When your thoughts imagine abundance, your words affirm it, and your heart believes it without question. In that alignment, you move into harmony with the law of prosperity. To name your money is to anchor this alignment, to bring your inner vision into outer expression. It is a way of saying, "I am one with abundance. I am not separate from it." In that oneness, money finds you easily, naturally, as if it had been waiting for the signal of your harmony to come rushing in. When you call your money, do not speak as a beggar pleading for scraps, but as one who knows their rightful inheritance. Begging weakens the spirit, but commanding strengthens it. Money is your servant, not your master, and it answers best when summoned with authority. To command is not to force or to strain, but to speak with the calm certainty of one who knows the law will not fail. Just as you do not beg the sun to rise, but trust it will appear, so must you call your money with confidence, knowing it cannot resist your word. When you say, "Money, come forth," money appear in perfect ways. You are not asking, you are declaring. The universe responds to the voice of conviction, for it recognizes the one who speaks from truth, not from fear. Call your money with the dignity of a master giving direction, and it will obey, finding its way to you through channels seen and unseen. To call your money by name is to awaken the imagination and give it a picture to fulfill. The mind is the workshop of creation, and every image you hold becomes a mold into which substance flows. When you speak to money, do not simply utter words, see it as though it is already present. Imagine the crisp notes in your hand, the sound of coins, the figures in your account, the opportunities that open before you. Your imagination breathes life into your words, and together they form a magnetic pull that draws money from the unseen into the seen. Picture it walking toward you as you call. Picture it filling your home. Picture it serving your purpose with ease. The clearer the vision, the quicker the manifestation. To name your money while visualizing it is to command with both word and image, and this harmony multiplies the power of your call. What you see inwardly with joy, you will soon hold outwardly with certainty. Calling your money once with hope is good, but calling it consistently with conviction is what seals the law into action. Every repetition strengthens the signal you are sending into the unseen, just as a steady drumbeat carries farther than a single strike. The universe responds to persistence, to the unwavering declaration that abundance belongs to you. Each morning when you rise, let your words summon money with joy. Each evening before you rest, let your voice affirm its presence. Do not waver or grow weary, for every call is a seed, and each seed must break forth in its appointed time. Consistency proves your faith. It shows that you are not testing the law but trusting it. When you repeatedly call money by name, you engrave abundance into your consciousness until it becomes your natural state. And when abundance is your state of being, money flows toward you as effortlessly as air fills your lungs. Money was never meant to be your ruler. It was created to serve you. Too many people reverse this order, bowing to money as though it holds the power when in truth it is only a tool, an obedient servant waiting for direction. When you call your money by name, you remind yourself of its rightful place. You do not exist for money. Money exists for you to carry out your purpose, to fund your dreams, to bless your life and the lives you touch. See it as a faithful helper that comes when summoned, ready to do the work you assign it. Command it to flow where it is needed, into your home, your work, your creations, your giving, and it will obey. When you recognize money as servant, you free yourself from fear and control, and you step into mastery. You no longer chase it or cling to it, you direct it. And in honoring this truth, you find that money not only answers your call, but multiplies in its service, because you have placed it in its divine order. So as you call your money by name, remember you are not speaking into emptiness. You are speaking into the living substance of the universe, and it hears you. Your words, your faith, your vision, your gratitude, and your authority all combine to summon abundance into your life in perfect ways. Money is not distant, it is not reluctant, it is not scarce, it is present, ready and eager to serve you when you acknowledge it rightly. Speak to it with love, call it with confidence, direct it with wisdom, and it will answer. For the one who knows their word is law, there is no struggle, only flow. Money comes, money stays, money multiplies, because it has heard its name and recognized its master. And as you stand in that truth, you discover that wealth is not just something you hold in your hand, it is a state of being, a divine connection, and it is yours now.